All right, welcome everyone to our presentation. We are OR Athletics, also known as BSG Team Company A. So let's get right into introductions. I am Jack Swartwood. I'm an MIS major from Knoxville, Tennessee, and I was our CEO and strategy lead.
Hey, my name is Carson Miller. I'm an MIS major from Bradenton, Florida, and I served as the COO and the lead of distribution.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenny Alonso. I'm a finance major and I took the position of CFO, the financial lead, and I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas Fonte. I'm a business management major, and I took the CIO position, the information lead. I'm out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, so with our original strategy, we went with a broad differentiation strategy. We wanted to be able to appeal to a broad spectrum of consumers, and we felt that this would give us the best chance for success. So we wanted to focus on high quality and high product line breadth, and we would do this by investing heavily in our TQM and Six Sigma quality programs and superior materials. And then we also wanted to create the maximum number of styles for our product, which would give us the highest S&Q rating possible. And then we wanted to market and sell our product as a high quality brand. So we wanted to charge premium prices for our product and invest moderately in marketing. We believe that our product would kind of be able to market itself, but it would be good to get our name out there.
So, in order to align our different functions, we obviously had different people over different areas of the business, some in information, others distribution or strategy. To kind of align everybody together, the biggest thing for us was communication. With that, we wanted to make sure that everybody understood the strategy and that the different actions we were doing in our respective areas were all in support of that. That way, we wouldn't be diluting the strategy, potentially doing something that would pull away from it. Secondly, we ensured that all of our actions not only supported the strategy, but was not reducing things like TQM effort or employee training. And then last, in making sure that we had recurring meetings and a lot of messaging back and forth. A lot of times throughout the week, it was messages in the group chat to make sure that other group members knew what we were doing. But then also we make sure we came together all four at a time to make sure we could talk about things and just align our vision for the company. Then the next big thing was cross-functionally training everybody. That was just making sure that somebody was maybe focusing more on financials and just repaying loans and things like that. Also understood what was going on the distribution or marketing or things like that.
All right, so let's move on to what we ended up doing. I think our implementation went pretty smoothly overall. We just stuck with our focus or our broad differentiation strategy. That worked well for us. So we continued to focus on high quality and high product line breadth. We invested in our TQM and Six Sigma quality programs and superior materials, and we created the maximum number of styles. So this led to us having around an 8 out of 10 S&Q rating for all of our production centers, which was near the top of our industry. And we just priced our product higher than most of our rival companies. We were able to charge a premium price because of our higher quality product, and this allowed us to kind of recover our costs. And for advertising, we made sure to bid on celebrities. We found this to be one of the most effective ways to advertise. And we distributed our product across all geographic markets pretty evenly, which, as we'll see in the next slides, I think led to successful results for us.
Okay, diving into our financial and strategic performances over the course of the simulation, we had a lot of performances. Here in our revenue growth, we began in year 10 with a total revenue of 432 million and ended in year 20 with 1.44 billion, more than tripling our top line. This was driven by our commitment to high quality branded products and an effective sales mix between internet and wholesale channels. And then our earnings per share saw a dramatic increase from $2 to $22.16. So this performance placed us among the top performing companies in our industry. And going over to some other results, we have our return on equity. We peaked at 34.5%, indicating strong financial returns for shareholders driven by strategic investments and margin control. And then our investor confidence was reflected in our stock prices, which skyrocketed from $30 per share to $510.53, an increase of over 1,600%. And then our credit rating, our team was able to maintain an A+ rating throughout the simulation, giving us access to low-cost capitals and reinforcing our fiscal responsibility. And then you can see in our image rating, we improved steadily each year to reach a high of a 96 in year 20, supporting brand loyalty and consumer trust across all of our markets. And then some of the ways we achieved these results, how our competitive dynamics impacted these graphs. We had our industry environment. The footwear industry in our simulation was highly competitive, with rival companies pursuing different strategies ranging from cost leadership to private label expansion. Whereas with us, we maintained a strong position by consistently delivering high value, high quality products. Our brand's high SQ ratings and image score of 96 set us apart from our competitors with lower product quality or inconsistent customer experiences. As far as our global execution went, we gained double-digit market shares in all 4 regions by year 20, indicating successful geographic expansion. This balance prevented over-reliance on one single market and stabilized revenue streams against competitive threats. And then some of our competitors attempted to boost volume through aggressive private label sales, but many of them struggled with declining margins and brand dilutions. In contrast, we had a different strategic edge. We had superior product quality and well-aligned functional strategies, allowing us to charge premium prices and still grow in the market. Our efficient operations kept their costs in check, while marketing efforts continually reinforced our brand's premium status. Our ability to execute consistently and maintain strategic discipline enabled us to outperform rivals in both financial and market metrics.
So some of the different lessons that we learned in this experience, and then just about crafting a winning strategy. The first thing that was really key in our approach was learning as much as we could. We took the player's guide and some of the other instructions and documents that were available to us and try to get an overview of not only the industry, but some of the options that were available to us as managers in the company. We wanted to understand what the levers were that were at our disposal to pull, and then really the most important thing was understanding what might be the results of those actions. So we had a just good understanding of all the options at our disposal. We used all of this to develop an effective plan for the future years. So really, it was just key in starting off well at the beginning of this experience. Some other lessons that we learned, I think that a key for many groups in this industry was that just like in the real world, a strategy has to be consistent. You can't go from focused low cost to a broad differentiation strategy and back and forth. You'll kind of lose that customer base and dilute the strategy altogether. So we decided not to make any super frequent changes or anything that was overly drastic going to potentially change our strategy. Some other ways we found success, both financially and competitively. Financially, we opted to repay our loans pretty aggressively. This definitely helped our financial metrics. We also, secondly, always aimed to invest the cash that we had on hand. We didn't really find it helpful to have a bunch of cash sitting around at the end of a year and let that go unused. So we were always looking to invest that into things that would pay off in later years. And then lastly, thinking ahead, we usually were always thinking about 2 or 3 years ahead so that we had enough cash on hand to purchase when the time came, like a larger investment, whether it be expanding into a different territory or purchasing more production equipment. Then competitively, there's really 2 main strategies, either to imitate some of the leaders in the industry, copy the strategy that they're doing, or be unique and try to differentiate yourselves from the rest of the industry. We really chose that option of being unique. We wanted to position ourselves differently than other people were, and making sure that our target customer segment wasn't overlapping too much with other competitors. And then the last point, go ugly early. That's kind of back to the just starting off strong. I think that we laid a really strong foundation with our company that really allowed us to be more successful throughout the rest of the experience.
So some actions that we could take to outcompete rivals in the next 2 years would be to maintain our positioning as a high quality shoe company in both branded and private label footwear. This would allow us to stay unique and really to stay true to who we are as a company. By making decisions to keep our EPS and ROE high, our margin of success and profit usually increases very much with that, which is always great. I believe through looking at our strengths and weaknesses, we should probably include free shipping in the next 2 years because it's a huge market that we're not really gaining or capitalizing on. And we should also increase our retail outlets because we've been dropping in the last few years. So in conclusion, with our broad differentiation strategy, we offered high quality items and a large product breadth to markets around the world. We found it important to become unique and different from rivals, but also to look at their tactics and implement them into our own strategy. Adaptation and being adaptable is absolutely one of the most important key success factors that we used in Aura Athletics in order to stay on top of the game. Utilizing resources like the business strategy game guide and doing the reading was absolutely paramount to our success. Repaying debts, planning ahead, and not letting your money just sit there was incredibly important as well. And by doing so, give us a competitive advantage. Thank you for your time.